There's a huge difference between the person who says they're going to do the 75 hard, does it, and then barely works out after it or gains all the weight back within 75 days or less than 75 days after the fact, and the person who is just tells themselves and identifies themselves as the type of motherfucker who does a push-pull and a leg day or however many workouts a week no matter what. Same concept for the person who says they want to run a marathon, trains for the marathon, runs the marathon, and then hardly ever, if ever, runs distance ever again after that. And then the person who's like, I identify myself as the type of motherfucker that if my life depended on it, I could go out right now and run 10 miles or run 5 miles. Big fucking difference in like keeping up with that and like pushing through and just like keeping up with your fitness in that regard. And it doesn't have to be fitness. It could be vices. For example, quitting drinking. Like, oh, I'm trying to quit drinking. Well, it's probably not gonna fucking work. Probably not gonna fucking work. You gotta tell yourself like, I don't. Like, I do not do that. I do not vape. Like, you know how many times I've wanted to hit the vape, bro? Like, even like 2 years being off now. 2 years being off, and there's times here and there when I'm like, ooh, bro, I know that motherfucking buzz would hit. But I'm not, like, you catch me dead in a grave before I fucking rip that binky again, dude. Absolutely fucking not. Like, that's not me. That's not me. When I quit drinking for a year and a half, like, I don't drink. I don't do that. That's how I could sit with my family and everyone else is giving in. And even off it, like, bro, it's not that big of a deal. It's just chill. No, I don't fucking do that. Or like everyone in my family sitting there, like, eating, and they're like, bro, like, eat. I'm like, no, I don't do that. And then, hence, I was successful. Now, with the eating thing, I had to chill out because I think I was stressing more about it than the not eating processed anything and artificial anything, additives of any kind. More like the negatives of stressing about it, I think were over. Like I don't like. I think those were worse. The stress, the health negatives of the stress was worse than the actual benefits I was getting from cutting all of that shit out. Right. But my point here is like the identity shift is how. And I'm not the only one who talks about this. This is not like a new concept, but like in my life, it is true, bro. Like when you actually sit there and you're like, okay, I'm the type of motherfucker who does blank. And I am not the type of motherfucker who does blank. And you don't just say it one time. Because if you're saying that shit to yourself and then you're doing something different, that cognitive dissonance is going to eat you alive back here to the point where you either stop doing it and stop saying it, or you actually keep on doing it. And like forcing yourself to give yourself the evidence that like to align with your inner dialogue and like your dialogue to other people. Know what I'm saying?